This is part 3 of our series on the most expensive foods in the world. And now, we turn to a substance so small, so fragile, that most people have used it without ever understanding what it truly costs. This is not rare because nature hides it. This is rare because humans must suffer for it. This is saffron. To understand why saffron once shaped empires, you have to forget modern kitchens and think in centuries. Before oil, before electricity, before mass trade, saffron was power. It was color. It was medicine. It was wealth you could carry in your hand. Saffron comes from a single flower, the Crocus sativus, and this flower is cruel in its simplicity. It blooms for only a few days each year, not weeks, not months, days. Miss that window and the year is lost. And when it blooms, each flower produces exactly 3 red stigmas, no more, no less. That is the entire yield. There is no mechanical shortcut, no harvesting machine, no automation. Every single strand of saffron that has ever existed passed through human fingers. Harvesting begins before sunrise. Entire communities wake in darkness. Fields are silent except for footsteps. Workers bend low, plucking flowers one by one before the sun rises too high. This matters because once the flower opens fully, its quality begins to degrade. Aroma fades, color weakens. Time is the enemy. Once picked, the flowers cannot wait. They are rushed indoors immediately, often within hours. If left too long, fermentation begins and the crop is ruined. Inside, the real labor begins. Each flower is opened by hand. There is no room for speed here, only precision. Fingers separate the petals to reveal the heart. Inside are the 3 crimson stigmas. They must be removed delicately, without breaking, without contamination. The yellow styles attached to them are discarded. They have no value. Thousands upon thousands of flowers are processed this way in a single day. This is where saffron earns its reputation. It is not grown, it is extracted. Imagine the scale. Tens of thousands of flowers to produce a single kilogram. Entire fields reduced to a handful of threads. That is why saffron was once worth more than gold by weight. That is why it became currency along ancient trade routes. That is why it dyed royal robes, flavored sacred food, healed wounds, and perfumed temples. But even after harvesting, saffron is not finished. Drying is the most dangerous stage. Too much heat and the volatile aroma compounds vanish forever. Too little heat and moisture remains, inviting mold and decay. Traditional methods rely on controlled warmth and airflow, sometimes over charcoal, sometimes in shaded rooms, sometimes using techniques passed down through generations. As the stigmas dry, something extraordinary happens. Water evaporates, color intensifies, aroma concentrates. The threads shrink, darken, and transform from fresh plant matter into one of the most potent substances on Earth. By weight, saffron is among the most concentrated flavors known to humans. A few strands can color an entire dish. A pinch can perfume a room. And yet, this potency is also its weakness. Saffron is one of the most counterfeited foods in history. Throughout time, merchants diluted it, dyed other plants, or mixed in fillers. Entire legal systems once existed to punish saffron fraud. In medieval Europe, being caught adulterating saffron could result in execution. That is how seriously it was taken. Even today, saffron fraud remains widespread. Powdered saffron is especially suspect. True saffron is sold as whole threads because they are harder to fake. Knowledge is protection in this market. Now we arrive at preparation, where most people unknowingly destroy its value. Saffron is never used raw. Dry threads added directly to food waste their potential. Proper preparation requires blooming. The threads are gently soaked in warm water, milk, or broth, not boiling, never boiling. Heat must coax, not attack. Slowly, the liquid turns golden. Aroma blooms. Color spreads. Only then is this infusion added to dishes. Rice, stews, seafood, desserts. The saffron never dominates. It supports. Too much ruins everything. Precision is not optional, it is mandatory, and that is the hidden lesson of saffron. The most expensive spice in history punishes excess. It demands restraint. This is why saffron shaped civilizations. It rewarded patience. It punished greed. It elevated those who understood it and destroyed those who tried to cheat it. But here is where the story turns darker. As demand grows and prices rise, ethical questions emerge. Low wages, grueling labor, entire economies dependent on a crop that blooms for days and feeds families for a year. Luxury here is inseparable from human endurance, which leads us to the next chapter in this series, because what happens when luxury is no longer just about labor or nature, but about biology itself? What happens when the process becomes so controversial that it divides the world? That brings us to coffee. And not just any coffee, because this next food breaks every rule you think luxury is supposed to follow. It is not rare because it takes decades to grow. It is not rare because it blooms for only days. It is rare because its creation depends on biology, digestion, and a process so unsettling that many people refuse to believe it is real. This is the most disturbing, misunderstood, and ethically debated luxury drink ever created. For centuries, coffee was about cultivation, roasting, and craft. But this coffee rewrites that story entirely. Its transformation does not happen in a roastery. It does not happen in a laboratory. It happens inside a living animal. Enzymes break it down. Chemistry alters it. Nature finishes what humans cannot. Some call it genius. Others call it exploitation. And many who pay for it never ask how it was truly made. This next chapter forces an uncomfortable question. When luxury demands suffering, where is the line between rarity and cruelty? At what point does exclusivity stop being impressive and start becoming disturbing? In the next episode of Industrium Secrets, we follow a single coffee bean on a journey no other luxury food dares to take. From tropical forests to digestive systems, from controversy to counterfeit markets, from obsession to abuse, we uncover how Kopi Luwak became one of the most expensive drinks on Earth, and why its future may determine whether luxury food survives public scrutiny at all. Because once you understand how this coffee is made, you will never look at a cup the same way again. This is Industrium Secrets, and the next secret is not comfortable.